Hey, good guys. I don't know if you can hear or not. Just let me know. Hey, Ray. Can you hear? I'm not sure if I'm in the right one or not. Oh, you can hear. Cool. No worries. Oh, man, what a headache setting this bloody thing up. Thank you, Gunner, wherever you are, man, for helping me out. I did mess up at the beginning because where I bought it from, they told me to set up the language as English US. This sounds terrible. Hmm. Okay. I'm not sure why. Hang on. Is is that better? Interference. Hmm. I'm not sure why, guys. Um. I haven't worked out everything on it. And have a look. A lot of things probably not set up yet. And end up putting the region as the US, and I had to go in and thankfully gonna help me changing that out. I'm not sure why the sound though. Hey, Marnie, how you doing? It took me forever to sort a lot of stuff out. Wow, I don't know why, Ray. Um, yeah, Windows updated itself. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, no idea, guys. Why the sound? Um, hang on. Very possibly it's got something to do with the Hangouts. Settings here. Default microphone. Um, I don't know if that sounds any better, guys. Yeah, Randall. Control Alt Delete. I know that closes down your computer. Oh, yeah. Jesus. How you doing, sis? the voice changer isn't working. Yeah, I'm not sure. I may have to do something with the sound drivers. I mean, I've only just managed to set it up and get things working again. I know the graphics, I'll have to go in and have a look at the graphics and see what that's set at as well. But man, I'm surprised I got this far, and I wouldn't have got this far if it wasn't for Gunner. So if you're listening, Gunner, thanks, man. No, the microphone is the same. I'm still using the same headset, a Razer headset, but I'm guessing that laptops may have something, being a new laptop might have something to do with it. Who knows? Maybe later I'll have a listen to the replay and see what's going on. Realtek audio driver. Oh, mate, it's not fun at all. It drives me insane. Realtek audio driver. What I've got is Realtek high definition audio. Default. Microphone. I'm just changing things here to see if it sounds any better, guys. You're going to have to let me know. Well, there seems to be all default. The Razer hasn't popped up in there, so I've just got it on Realtek high definition for the mic. And the voice, hang on. It's got studio. Have a look. Is that any better, guys? Sounds a little roomy. Yeah, well, I'm in a room. I just changed something, so I don't know if that's better or not. Maybe I should have spent more time out of the gym and on computers when I was younger. Because I've really got no idea what I'm doing, guys. Oh, hang on, voice. Okay, I went back from studio to voice. Mic settings, control panel. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're talking about the control panel on Hangouts. I just changed it to voice on the Hangouts, so you guys will have to let me know if that's any better. I said, I really don't know what I'm doing. Give me a beer and put a girl next to me, I know what I'm doing, but this computer shit. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. I was listening to Dave's Brenton Ballou earlier. Guys, this shit with the chair is going too far. My only advice to you guys is stop watching him. Don't give him the views. Don't even bother trolling him. Let the guy sit there and talk to himself, because while he's getting views, he thinks people are loving him, and nothing could be further from the truth. The guy seems very bitter and twisted. Personally, I think Dave should ignore him. Dave's a lot better than that. And Dave's never going to get a good argument out of the guy. He's a drop kick. So, where's Gunner? He hasn't fallen asleep on me. I was talking earlier, if you'd seen it, about whether we need new rules for the channel, or whether I need to be tougher in policing the rules. Something I didn't really want to do. It's all good, people having different opinions. Gunner, how you doing? Thanks, buddy. Hey, guys, if you're pissed off that I'm back on the air, you can all blame Gunner. Yeah, Ray, I never watch him. No, I don't want censorship here at all, Gunner. As you all know, I even let the little green turd on here. So, but I do agree with one thing. You know, sometimes we get a little bit too negative, and especially when it's concerning the Filipinos. You know, I think we need to show more respect and not paint them all with the same brush. Yeah, there might be some bad ones, but mate, there's bad people everywhere. So maybe just try and concentrate on the more positive aspect, and it's all fine to warn guys about different problems you might come across, that's for sure. But you know better. I don't really like the censorship shit. Yeah, that's true, Gunnar. Jesus and Randall. He's going to ask me earlier if I was trying to become one of the good old boys when I accidentally put my region to USA. Typical though, like a bull in a China shop. I just charge in and click bloody whatever. Well, another fucking hot day here in Adelaide. I'm going to have to. Yeah. I think what it came down to was the bit about OFW workers sleeping with their bosses and housekeepers that sleep with their bosses, and it was probably painting a lot of them the same brush, and that's not true. Well, that doesn't work, kind of, because you can block them, but they can still listen, and I don't really want to block people unless I really have to. But I find out how this Bluetooth shit works, guys. So I can go down to the beach on one of these hot days and take some footage of the Adelaide beaches, and might get lucky with some bikini girls, and see if I can't then throw them onto the computer and add them to the videos and give you a little bit of a look at Adelaide beaches. Yeah, I agree with that, Gunnar. Definitely. Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think at the time I said that I didn't think that was a ball of them. Yeah, I think they had a legitimate try disabling the noise suppression sound. They might be picking up the fan too, DR. I've got a fan running. It may be picking up that. Try disabling the sound affecting the microphone properties. I'm not even sure where to find the microphone properties, mate. Yeah, Face Runner, there's some pretty deals here, and yeah, Adelaide is pretty clean. One of the best things they did was put a deposit on all cans and bottles. So where you used to get people throwing cans and bottles away, now they will collect them to get the deposit because there's like a 10-cent deposit on the can and a bottle. And if you did throw them around, mate, someone would pick it up straight away. Yeah, I agree. They can ignore it, can't they? But at the same time, maybe it's up to me too to not allow some of that stuff to pass by without a little bit more argument. Type microphone in white bar, bottom left of the first one. Use Bluetooth mic. I'm not using a Bluetooth mic. It's plugged in. I'm not sure what white box you're talking about though. Gunnar, you're talking about when in settings maybe, but I'm not in settings at the moment. Yeah, I know, Gunnar. I don't want to stop. I don't want to sense people, man. Um, no, you can't do that, Face Runner, because YouTube will eventually nab you for something. So you've got to be careful. Left of screen. No, I've got comes up with that Cortana bitch, and I thought I turned her all off. Yeah, I'll have to go into settings. I'll look at that later, Gunnar. But if my voice is sounding deeper, it's probably more accurate because I used to listen to the replays sometimes, and voice sounded very tinny compared to what it normally is. But I can check that out later. I said there's probably heaps of things that still need to be done. However, it took me a long time. First time I tried to jump into the live stream, came up with unauthorized. Uh, just wasn't connecting. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It will YouTube will shut you down, and they are getting tougher on things. Unfortunately, yeah, maybe there's a thanks, Gunnar. I'll get to that later. Maybe another platform will start up where you can do that, but YouTube won't allow it. You've got to be very careful as it is. And we probably push our luck at times with the swearing. Personally, I have a problem with swearing, mate. It's part of Australian culture. If you don't swear, you're not really an Aussie. Not sure what's going to go on today. It is damn hot, that's for sure. I may even, I mean, this seems really cool at the moment, this laptop, but I may even take it off, put something underneath it to get it off the ground as well, to get the air in there better. But so far it seems to be running pretty good. Quality, let's see if we can change that quality up to a little bit better. Okay, that works. Let's see if I can go up higher. Should be able to go up to. Okay, gone up to higher def. That seems fine. Everything's still working. But yeah, I don't want to change too much on the channel. I still want people to have their opinions. It's probably, maybe what I should say is just have people put their opinions across more reasonable way. Some people can be pretty blunt, but there's people out there who like blunt and to the point. You guys are quiet. Should have been here earlier when they were talking about the sound gunner. Randall put in there that Control Alt Delete to adjust the sound. You bastard, Randall. Thank you. I know what Control Alt Delete does do. One of the few things I do know. And there's not a lot I do know. Hey, Lost, how you doing, brother? Do you want me to send you the link through the Hangouts again, Lost? Yeah, it may have an effect on Soundgunner. Cut me out, close up everything. It was bloody funny when I seen him write that in there. It was clever, it was quick. Yeah, on the new Asus 2, hang on, Lost, I'll just jump into the Hangout screen and get you in here, mate. Let's see. Okay, that was sent out to you. What's this? No, I'm on the headset, Gunner. I'm not using the built-in mic.
Hey, you got the new laptop finally open.
Yeah, mate, and all the red lights underneath it.
It's flashing and going crazy, all the different colors of the keyboard.
No, just one color, red. So I guess you can change that.
Oh, you only have red?
I don't know. I don't know. I've only just sort of got it going, mate. And
yeah, it should be multicolor, or at least I thought they were.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I only just got it.
Yeah, they've got a because like I said, I think you got a laptop. At least it's very similar to the one I have, and there's actually a an app or whatever, and you can go in there and change the the colors. Like I got mine set up where does like a rainbow effect where it keeps changing colors going across the keys.
Look, mate, I've got to thank Gunner. I wouldn't have even got this far if it wasn't for him, mate. It's not funny. It's sad, really. But at least we shouldn't have any problems with this one cutting out. So
yeah.
And the screen's nice and a lot bigger, so that's cool. Yeah, probably you can kind of. But do you notice a difference in the voice there, Lost?
Yeah, you sound like you're a little further away from the mic now or something.
Okay. I don't know how I can change that.
Did you are you using like a different headset, or are you using the mic on the computer itself? What are you using?
I'm using the same Razer headset.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. Maybe. Let's see.
Is it one of the newer Razer headsets?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So you'll probably, you'll need to probably download. I have a few Razer products, and excuse me, you'll need to download their little control panel thing. That way you'll be able to adjust all the different sound settings on it.
Yeah, well, mate, I don't want to confuse myself any more than I already have.
Yeah.
Well, Gunner says it sounds clear, so.
Yeah, like I say, I can hear you just fine. It just sounds like you're like further away than you had like before.
Okay,
like the mic's a little further away for some reason.
That might have something to do with the sensitivity, maybe.
That's a possibility.
I'll have to try and find.
Yeah, since you just cracked it open, you'll have to, make sure you're getting all the, the right programs and software on there to kind of help you navigate a little bit. Also, like I said, if it's like mine, there's an Ace. Actually, on the top, near where the power button would be, you got a bunch of different buttons. You have one of the Republic of Gamers, right? The ROG or whatever.
Yeah, I've got no idea what that is.
Asus ROG. Anyway, I think it's the one you got. Yeah, I don't know if you get the like. Anyway, at the very top, there's like this kind of a swoosh-looking symbol, and if you press it, it should open up the all the stuff for all the Asus, stuff to change. Like you can even check the heating and check the sound, the visuals, all that kind of stuff. It's the Asus what's it, Aurora or something like that. I forget.
It doesn't say what this is. At the top there, I've got the power button, but that's on its own, and then all the keys underneath it.
Yeah, it should have like above the keyboard, above 1, 2, 3. The numeric ones. There's should be like a few different buttons. And, one of them is.
Oh God! Yeah, man, my eyes aren't that good. I mean, it's got all the function keys up the top there. And...
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, one of the function keys is for that Asus. I think maybe Aurora. No, Aurora might be just for the keyboard. Whatever it is, it kind of controls all the.
Oh, hang on.
The different visual. Controls your.
F3's got a
CPU, GPU, that kind of stuff. Sound effects, all that stuff.
I'm just looking. It's got on one of the function keys, F3 and F2. It's got the pictures of speakers, so I'm not sure what that does. Maybe that's just up and down.
That's probably just your up and no. It'll be above that. That's like on the F keys itself. You'd have to hold F in and hit those. You can adjust the sound by that, but there's some smaller keys. They're not even going to be lit up. They're going to be just little smaller buttons that kind of look similar to the power button, probably a little smaller than the power button.
Yeah, I've got nothing like that, so maybe it's not exactly the same.
Oh, you don't?
I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check it all out. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing on the computer anyway, so. But
yeah, but definitely for your Razer headset, you want to download their software so you can adjust the the sound, mic, all that kind of stuff.
yeah, Gunner, I'm not so sure I want to mess around with the settings while I'm on a live stream though. Don't know how that will affect things. I mean, I can go there, but it might be better to do that when I'm not on a live stream.
Is that what the other guys are saying too? It sound like you're kind of far away, or what are they saying about your sound?
Once Gunner said it's clear, DR said it's lacking high frequencies a bit.
Getting a little too technical. Yeah, to me it just sounds like you're just like a little further away. That's all. But yeah, you're coming in clear. I can hear you just fine. But you definitely sound a little different than the other Fireball you had.
But it could be due to the fact that the old laptop maybe had a shittier sound card. So yeah.
Or it might have had the if your son had gave it to you, might have had the software on it where he already probably had it tuned properly for the headset or something. I don't know.
No, Graham, I'm using the same Razer headset, mate. I just plugged it straight in to the laptop. The only difference is that on this one now, I just use the single plug, whereas before I had a splitter going into two for the mic and the speakers on the old laptop, but this one just takes a single plug, so I just took the splitter off and put the single one in. And how you doing anyway, Graham? Good to see you. But I guess for me at the moment, the good thing is that I'm not cutting out all the time. Go voice changer. No.
Oh, we're back. Wife's calling.
Hey, what? Wife? Okay, I think he just said his wife's calling, so... No voice changer, guys, just the new laptop. Maybe he's the real go-go. Maybe I'm more... Yeah, look, that's true too. I've got nothing to tell you. Just hang on a minute, guys. I'm going to jump off the screen. I'm going to try and have a look at the settings thing and see if that has got anything to do with it. So just bear with me, guys. I guess let's have a look. Devices, devices. Let's find a setting. Manage audio devices. Okay. So you've got speakers, so obviously that's not the one. Try microphone. Microphone setup. But, okay. Doesn't have a lot in there. Text to speech. Voice speed. Okay, that's not going to help. I don't know, guys.
I'm back.
Hey, I'm going to have to check it out later. I just had a look in the settings under microphone, but it just had voice to text shit and that in there. So usually along the bottom here, there's something for sound.
Yeah, if you have this sound thing, and then if you right-click on it, you should be able to bring up the whole menu for all the sound settings for mic and everything else.
Yeah, I'm not.
On that bottom right hand corner should be like a little arrow up thing, and you click it, left click it, it'll bring up a little menu, and then you'll see like the Bluetooth and all the other thing. It should be like something that looks like the the sound speaker thing, and then right click on it, and then it should bring up the menu for.
Okay, yeah. Hang on. Spatial sound, open volume mixer. What one would I go? You've got open volume mixer, spatial sound, playback devices, recording sounds.
Nothing microphone?
No, nothing about microphone. Just got sounds or open volume mixer or.
Oh, that's where mine was. I don't know. Might have to go to might have to go underneath your settings to the hardware thing for sound or whatever. See the microphone. I thought for sure you'd be able to see your microphone from that position.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check it out. Yeah, Graham, that's not a bad idea, list of rules. But I don't want a channel that's just pumped up full of rules either, too. But I'd like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And, I mean, the rules that we've had have been pretty specific, no racism, talking about people's families, wives, girlfriends, kids, and shit like that.
Yeah, every time I've been on, I don't always get to pay attention to the chat, but definitely the people I've talked to have all been, very reasonable. And I didn't think Go-Go from the other day was being unreasonable in any stretch of the imagination. But, some people, I know he kind of generalized, but, some people just don't like him, and no matter what he says, they're just going to
the only thing that
go against it.
The issue I had with him and why I ended up just because I was tired closing the stream up was he kept mentioning someone's girlfriend being ugly or their wife being ugly, and you don't need to hear that shit,
Yeah, actually, now that you say it, I said something to him. I was like, what does that matter if someone's like, that has zero bearing on
exactly
of a relationship. First of all, beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
And it's not for someone.
I think I did say that. So what if you consider them ugly? Maybe they are ugly, but the person likes that person for whatever reason.
Yeah, I agree. There's no need to be saying that. I mean, like I said, at times he can be entertaining. Other times he's very.
It was Bud Brown's wife. He was calling her ugly.
Okay. And other times he's just very provocative. Yes, I don't know Bud Brown, but that's still not giving him any right to come on.
Yeah, and at that particular time, I remember saying something to him. I was like, it don't matter.
Excuse me.
Don't matter what the hell your woman looks like. As long as you're happy, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Exactly. Click on the speaker icon in the bottom right corner, then select microphone. Change it. Okay, if I click on the microphone, all it gives me is speakers, Realtek high definition audio. It doesn't give me anything else, Graham. That's the one in the bottom right corner. I click on it and it just comes up with a bar with the actual level.
Man, I know for Christmas, man, my wife got me these super awesome headphones. Corsair is the brand name. Wireless and everything. They got the Dolby Atmos system in it, so you want to click your spatial sound if you got something like that on your thing. Man, those things sound good. It blocks out everything. Can't hear nothing going on in the house.
Hang on. Spatial sound. See, I've got nothing on that at the moment.
Well, you won't. That spatial sound has nothing to do with your mic anyway.
Windows Sonic for headphones. Dolby Atmos for headphones. Which one of them would I select?
You probably don't have Dolby download. I don't know if that was pre-downloaded, so you just need to use Windows Sonic because that should be. That
Okay.
should have came with the computer already.
All right, hang on. I'm going to do that. Apply it. Okay. Anything different?
Nah, it sounds the same, and that's mainly for.
You need to let me
That's
know.
actually going to be for your ear.
I've
That's
got
not going to
no
really
idea.
be for us.
Does that sound better or?
No, you sound the same to me. No, you need some actual microphone
Can you even
type
hear me
control.
anymore? I can't hear you, Locke.
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
What's that?
Oh, I think he can't hear me anymore.
Update popping up.
Hey, Thunder.
I don't know what's going on. If you can hear me or not.
Yep, I hear you. Someone typed in there. I can hear him.
Have a look there.
Since I can hear you, I'll just call you names. Little bitch ass Thunder.
Store defaults. Yeah, look, I just went to that. I just changed the spatial thing before, and I was talking, but none of you guys seemed to hear me at the time.
Can you hear me?
Lost.
Do you hear me now?
Hang on, guys. I'm gonna just mute myself, and this fucking dog give me this. She wants to go out. I feel like chaining her out in the middle of the heat. Teach her a lesson so she doesn't want to go out all the bloody time. Just give us 5 seconds.
Well, they can't hear me. I'll keep it live for a minute. What's going on, fellas and ladies? If there's any ladies in here. Let's see if there's any ladies in here. Yep, Gunterm's here, I see. And also Graham. He's definitely a lady. What other ladies we have in here? Nope, that's it. Just 2 girls. Click on speaker. Yeah. Going through the chat here. Do. No habla Thunder. Gunterm, have you ever been on one of the live chats before? I feel like I don't know if I've ever talked to you before. I feel like I have, but maybe not. Ah, Gunterm, you're breaking my heart, man. If you're a lady, I definitely want to see the boobs for sure. I'm a boob man. I used to, being from New Orleans, of course, I was down there for Mardi Gras every year, and used to take pictures of, the boobies being shown for all the beads all the time. And one of my goals in life was to take a picture of as many boobs as I can. I used to have just a big old box filled with nothing but boob pictures. Let's see, Thunder GT, you need to. You're the sidekick. Yeah, okay. I might have talked to you on Kev's show before. Yeah, actually living out here in Texas now, man, it's really hard to make the Mardi Gras because it's always, beginning of March. Well, obviously it changes, but, between March and April, that's just difficult time for me to travel now. I miss it. I used to ride one of the parades in downtown there. in Metairie. Well, not downtown New Orleans, but in Metairie. Metairie, Louisiana. That was fun. That's one of the funnest things I've ever done, man. Riding that parade, just throwing beads to the people, drinking way too much. I also want to make it to Columbia and Barranquilla. Actually, that's going to be happening this weekend, I think. Is the carnival there, and they have a big celebration. I haven't been able to make it to that yet either. One of these days. Yeah, drinking's part of Mardi Gras. Been seeing advertisements around here. They're having a little shindig down in Corpus Christi. It's about maybe 4-hour drive for me. Maybe I can. Well, it'll be this weekend. I won't make that. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. Graham, you back in Australia? Or are you still up there in Baguio? And we got 7 people listening. I'm probably one of the 7. Where's everybody at? Nobody likes me. Yes, that's very true, Graham. What you find fun when you're young is not the same kind of fun when you get old, mainly due to hangovers. Drinking and hangovers kind of changes your attitude of having a good time with alcohol, huh? For my birthday last year, wife and I went out. We pulled like one of them all-nighters. I mean, just got home at like 6 in the morning or whatever. Oh man, I was in pain for like 3 days after that night. Yeah, now listening to Thunder go through his computer. I think I need to go check mine out again too. Make sure I haven't been changing my settings or anything. And my wife gets on my computer once in a while, screws things up. Hey, what's Thunder doing? Wiping his dog's ass? Cortana can be in a pain in the butt, but you know how to work it properly. It's not too bad. I hated it at first. Now I don't mind it so much. Do 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 do. See what's going on around the tubes. Oh, Chris and Cebu is live. That's probably where everybody's at the moment. Oh, Philly in the Philippines is live. I was listening to Joe Rogan. He had Dr. Phil on. Another Colombian guy I like to listen to. Or no, he's not a Colombian guy, a guy in Colombia. Actually, he's in Barranquilla right now for the carnival. He's got a thing I need to watch. And all the other weird stuff I watch. Let me see here. Where am I at? I lost my spot. Get back here. Oh, yeah. Done turn. Let's see. Just seeing it wanted too much input access to stuff. I'd like of other. If you're trying to put apps in there. Oh, Cortana, too much access to other stuff. Graham says one can't underestimate the value of regular income, a pension, for example. Even a limited person can provide a level of freedom. Not sure where you're getting where that came from, but yeah, of course. I mean, actually, if you can generate multiple income streams, that's the ideal thing to do. Not just one. So I make a little, besides my little construction thing, I also have some money in the stock market and doing the cryptocurrency, but the cryptocurrency hasn't been doing very well for me this year. Last year it was fantastic. Fat fingers, that's what the ladies like. You ain't far away from a pension, Graham, you old bastard. You know you're about to retire next year. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these, I don't know if it's this new digital nomad type thing, and people are hoping to make money online somehow, like they're going to get an income when they move and start doing stuff online. But yeah, it seems like it's becoming a small trend, just going somewhere basically without enough resources and hoping you make it. It has to be done, Graham. That's what I said. You ain't got much longer. You're old. Soon you're going to be falling apart. The knees are going to give out. You know, you probably got brittle bones from not drinking enough milk or something like that. Well, I mean, if you take 100K for an example, I mean, you got to figure out how much you want to spend a year. I mean, if you at first, that's something people don't understand either, too. When you first move somewhere, you're going to have that transition where you're going to have to spend a lot more money to get set up and also learn it. I think it would take you about at least a good 6 months to kind of figure out, how to buy local, I guess. So at first you're going to spend more, but once you get there, you can ease into it, and your budget will be, even, and then you can figure out, how much you'll need, per year. Let's say, if you could go $1,000 a month, then 12,000 a year. I mean, you should be able to go, roughly 8 or 9 years on 100K. I mean, that's a good chunk of change, a good long time. I mean, if you're blowing that in 2 or 3 years, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, Chiang Mai is a digital nomad haven right now. Man, Medellin, Colombia is starting to become a digital nomad place also. Listen, if you want to travel and have fun, I mean, that's one way you can take advantage of it. But you can't. It's not going to. You got to put effort into it. It ain't going to be. Can't half-ass it and expect to money start rolling in from online resources, and you have to actually work at it. You could be broke soon with 100K for sure, Gunter. If you're not. I mean, if you're spending crazily, then yeah, you could. I couldn't imagine in one of these developing nations, Philippines, Thailand, even Colombia. I mean, I can't imagine spending 25K a month. That would only be, that for a year, not a month. I mean, that would be, a lot of money. I mean, 2K a month. It would be easy to spend way less than 2K a month in a lot of these countries. Not if you don't know what you're doing, or depending on your lifestyle too. So, Graham, I know you go there pretty often to the Philippines and hang out in Baguio. I mean, what is your projected outlook want to be, if you don't mind me asking, or if you have something? I mean, what do you plan on spending about $1,500 a month? I got the below their savings are usually under pressure from a local EG. Local EG, I'm not sure what that is. My family needs, my family wants. Can you help me do this? Yeah, usually that's usually the morons who fall into those traps. Especially like I know everybody here has the Philippines interest. I mean, buying a home over there to me would be a very foolish thing if you're not married. And then if you haven't been married for a while, I wouldn't even consider buying one until you definitely have established a good marriage. Yeah, they don't use common sense. They go in there with a little head. Some of these, a lot of what I've kind of seen and noticed over the years, the guys who usually go over there and get suckered into the house and kind of get taken advantage of seems to usually be these the divorcee guys who were with someone for like 20 some odd years, and they were eating the same old crackers every day, and they go to the Philippines and they're getting some young, just some fresh, tasty crackers, and they lose their minds. Like, I didn't know I could have something so cute and so hot and so young, and they go freaking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Next thing you know, they're in worse off shape than they were after a 20-year marriage. Yeah, pussy can open a mini wallet, yeah, for sure. Especially if you're a moron. I did it when I was young. I was a slave to the vagina. And then I got older and realized, nope, it's the cock that's in charge. Especially if I like to watch the monthly budget videos, and guys who have been in all these different countries I watch, they have easily $1,500 or less budgets, and they still enjoying their lives very well, in my opinion. You learned a lot in your 3 months, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what I used to do. Well, I used to travel for 3 months at a time. I never would actually stay in one spot, bounce around quite a bit. Um, in Southeast Asia. And I went to Colombia. I would actually stay in one, well, mostly stay in one spot. I didn't have a home base there in Medellin. Of course, I travel around the country seeing it. But yeah, definitely 3 months is a pretty good test to see what you can do. But still, that first month you get there, you want to go sightseeing, you want to go have fun, you want to do this and that. Environment's new, everything's new and fresh, and you just want to take advantage of it. It's pretty easy to spend money pretty fast. Then the more you travel and, you learn all the little ins and outs, you can almost go to any country and, they're going to kind of have the same scams and the same little things they're going to try to do, you just, become hip to the scene. Hey, Crystal Lynn, Mark is, wiping his dog's butthole right now. This is the Lost the Nomad show right now. Graham, what's your favorite place you've visited in the Philippines, city-wise, I guess, or well, I guess anywhere. I guess it don't matter. Where do you like the most at in the Philippines, or any of you guys? It goes for everybody who's been there. See, Graham, I live there more as an expat than a tourist, and then the tourist thing. Yeah, I know you've been going there for years. Going nuts like some do. So did you go nuts? I think it's like I said, it's those first few many weeks when you first go there. If you haven't been there in like months or a year or something, you just kind of want to get out and do stuff, go eat. If you like beer, go socialize. Basically, you want to go socialize, see stuff, and you just don't want to go there and sit in a room. That ain't a whole lot of fun. And then you kind of get over it and you start relaxing a little bit more. You kind of get all that out of your system. But yeah, at first, you're going. For me anyway, I just want to go somewhere like every minute of the day, go eat at restaurants and go see something new I hadn't seen yet. Hello, Crystal. This ain't Lost. This is Mark. No, I sound like a Boston accent. I guess I can't do an Australian accent. Oh, bugger. Yeah, that sounds English. I don't know. You Australians, you got a weird accent. With the put another shrimp on the barbie. Give me a beer. Terrible also. Where the hell is Mark at? I needed to go pee. He took his dog to the bathroom. I've been holding it. Sitting in the parking lot at a Circle K. Still got like a 45-minute drive to get home. Damn job I got too far from the house. Live chat, nothing new. All right, give me some questions or something. Give me a topic. You can ask about me if you want. Or ask anything. I'm an open book. There always one thing I discovered is budget. For me, I will need around $2K per month to live reasonably. Some can do it less, but not for me. 1.2K for 1.2K for day to day, and the rest for savings. Okay. So you're saying that you have a budget about 1,200, and the rest, for extras and just saving. That sounds reasonable. You see these guys who've been there for a long time in the Philippines, they're usually going for around $1,000 or less, No, nobody wants to. 500, that would be way too little. Way, way, way too little. There's guys that do it. I remember I used to go to Thailand, and they had them guys who would live in these just shacks basically and they were living for like $500 a month there in Thailand. But man, they didn't have much of a life, eating pad thai every day, and I mean everybody has different expectations of what they want to do, and for me, definitely, I just wouldn't want to do that. Damn, that motorcycle's loud. All right, I know Mark eventually will be back. But I'm gonna run into this Circle K. I'll take y'all with me. First, I'll mute it when I go pee. Yeah, pee. And Mark might be back, and he done messed up his computer or
sorry,
something.
guys.
Well, there he is.
Just
got
had
here just in time because I was about to turn on the camera and show my wee-wee.
Unexpectedly.
Oh, you can't hear me, can you?
I don't know what's going on with Lost. Not hearing. Are you just being quiet, or?
Nope, I've been talking, but you can't hear me.
Hey, Crystal.
Well, I'm gonna go on mute. You guys tell him I can hear him. He can't hear me. Change the settings back.
Can you guys hear me at all? Or? Yeah. Turn that up. At full volume. Not sure if you guys can hear me. I can't hear Lost. I don't know what's going on with that. It doesn't look like it's muted. to default. I think I did. Speakers. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't hear.
Hey, Thunder, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
To restore default.
Over now.
Hey, Crystal. Okay.
Ching chong, ching ching,
I'm back to
ding,
default.
ling, ling,
I
ling.
can't hear Lost. I don't know if he's talking or not, or
I'm talking now.
let me go back into settings. Default speakers. Save. Oh, he's muted. Now I can see him. It says he's muted. Okay. So maybe that was the problem.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hear me now?
Say something, Lost, so I know if I can hear you or not.
Something.
Yeah, true. Microphone, voice. Okay, he's unmuted, but I can't hear him, so I'm not sure what's going on, Lost. I don't know if you're talking or not.
I don't know what you did.
But if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Not sure what other settings I can change. You're talking, I can't hear you. Okay. Communications. I'm not sure. No worries, Crystal. Windows Sonic, I think. Okay, that's back in. Where do I change that? Shit. Let me have a look here. Okay. Let's go back down to find the settings. Settings. Okay. It's got the device. I don't think I did change anything. Hang on. The microphone. Yes. Oh, that is. Jesus. It's text to speech shit. Obviously settings.
Do do do.
I can't even remember where I found that. And they're back. Yeah, guys, I'm lost as to where I even changed that Windows Sonic thing. Setting feedback. Yeah. General. Okay. Microphone. No, man, I can't even find where I did change. I even found that bullshit.
Oh, about to be a fight up in here.
Where did I find that? Windows Sonic lost. Yeah. Sound scheme Windows default. Okay, it's not that one. Oh, hang on.
I'm about to go out there and get the hell out. I ain't trying to hear all that.
Communications. Sound.
Ready?
Debit or credit?
Debit.
Yeah,
I don't want to be hearing all that.
Circle K drama today.
For real.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what's going on, guys. I can't even see where I found that Sonic shit before. Yeah, what I like to click on the speaker thing.
Man, Thunder can't hear nothing. He's missing out on all the drama here. Life's too short to be dealing with all that bullshit, man. Yeah, no kidding.
Troubleshoot sound problems. Open audio.
Guys been working all day on Edge. Go home, drink a beer, have a good time, right?
Spatial sound. Spatial sound is on none.
Yeah, so anyway, I know Thunder can't hear me, but a couple of guys about got in a fight in the front door of the old Circle K. It's pretty crazy.
Defaults. Apply. Okay.
I had my hand full, or else I would have broke out the camera.
Click the speaker icon. And it just comes up with speakers, Realtek high definition audio.
Damn, Thunder, what the hell are you doing? Brand new computer. So I know he was talking about he was talking about the Dolby Atmos and Windows Sonic, and then he said I told him to change the Windows Sonic. He must have changed.
I just got no idea why suddenly I can't hear him.
No, this area isn't really so bad. It's just a couple of guys. Man, you can tell a bunch of guys are just getting off of work, and I don't know what happened. It started outside, and but they were about to throw down with each other for sure. And then some other people stepped in and just kind of cooled them off. They went their separate ways.
That's a default and that. The only thing I think I've lost is if you jump out and try and jump back in again.
I suppose I can try that, but I have a feeling that's his settings on his computer.
So why?
All right, so I'm going to try to jump out and jump back in and see if that does anything.
Open volume mixer. They're all up.
Thunder!
Hey, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Huh. I don't be knowing.
No. I'm the last person to ask, mate.
I don't know. Maybe you just changed something when I came out and came back in. But anyway, you couldn't. I went into the Circle K here. If you don't know what that is, like a 7-Eleven. And a couple of dudes almost threw down right here. You were missing out on all the action. Sound action, anyway.
I'm too on for that shit anymore. How you doing, Kev? Good to see you. Yeah, I just had there's a girl I dated probably 18 months ago just dropped in. And I think I told you that little blonde nurse. And I'm just not interested now.
That's a quickie.
Very high maintenance, loves driving around in a BMW convertible and all the rest of it. It's not for me. I don't know what's fixed and what's not fixed, Gunner. Well, since when does that stop you from sending me those sick pictures, you bastard? What do I miss out on the phone here? 12 hours outside, okay. I'm gonna have to do this Bluetooth thing with the phone as well, so I can take some videos and throw them up on the channel.
I know. I keep saying all the time I'm going to do more videos and throw stuff up on my channel, and I pretty much never do it.
What's he sending me now?
Even though the very last video I did a review of my little pack face bag. I got like 600 some odd views on it. I'm like, wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Gunner, like, he sends me a picture, right, of a couple, and they're walking away from you, and the guy's got a T-shirt that says "My dick smells like chapstick," and the girl's got a T-shirt that says "I'm the reason his dick smells like chapstick." Jesus, Gunner. It's better than some of the other ones he sent me, that's for sure. More dick and cider, Jesus. So did those oh, we lost him again. Can't hear the mute. Oh yeah, he muted himself. Loving couple. It's just a couple walking away from the camera. No, it can't be worse than anything he sends, Gunner, that's for sure. Yeah, Dick inside, he's that sick puppy, that one. They love chapsticks. It's like one the other day, Graham gonna send me this picture, and it's labelled "tons of girls in the pool," and yeah, it's tons of girls in the pool. All right, 2 of them, probably weighing tons between them. That was scary. Yeah, I know they put lots on Facebook. I don't know, I tend to steer away from Facebook. Place for rumour mongers and people taking pictures of what they're going to eat. It's not my thing. I never feel this computer. Oh, nice and cool. Oh, DNC, I mean, him and Gunner should get together, man. They should be working together, both sick as. No worry be those 2 boys. Must be something in the water over there, Graham.
Circle K dinner. Yummy. Cheddar, bratwurst, whatever. Actually, it tastes pretty good, though.
Hey, Crystal, welcome back.
Skip lunch today.
Actually, now I can see the picture's better with the, obviously the graphics is much better on this. You're an ugly bastard, really.
Who are you talking to?
You, the Texas stud.
Where do you see me at? Oh, my little icon?
Yeah, I can actually see it now.
I was like, damn, do I got my video? I don't know if I have my camera on.
Just giving you shit, man. It's just like
I am. I'm getting older and uglier. That's for sure, though. You're not lying about it.
Mate, you got nothing on me yet.
We, we took, Christmas pictures, the family, the wife and my kid, and the wife put it up on, Facebook, and everybody's, complimenting how nice the family looks. I'm looking at myself and looking at my wife and daughter, I'm like, man, I don't belong in this picture. You need to like put some young dude up in there or something, like looking like some old bastard up in there.
Yeah, if you're like me though, I hate my photo being taken at the best of times, to be honest. I'm not one for taking selfies and shit.
No, I've never been real big on. So I used to do actually before the camera phones ever got real popular. I remember I used to do the selfie thing when I traveled, just with my camera, just to kind of prove I was there. Do the little. They weren't even called selfies then, I don't think. Maybe they were, but standing over the Grand Canyon doing the old click back on yourself. Because I traveled a lot by myself, so I had to do a lot of selfies just for that reason.
I had a heap of them from Japan and the US, and yeah, she obviously threw them out because she never returned them with all my gear and that, so I've lost all them. Good on you, Gunner. The only thing is with them, Gunner, they're looking no touch, so it's a bit like going to a strip joint. To me, a strip joint's like going to a restaurant and looking at food and not being able to eat it. So I can't see the point.
No, sometimes I just want to see boobs. Yeah, I just want to look at some boobies bounce around. What's the problem with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I mean, if you know what the strip club is all about, I mean, if you want to go to a buffet and stare at it, then that could be a thing too, I guess. But just want to see some. Hopefully, if the one you go to has some decent looking women in it and with sizable breasts, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty happy with that.
Well, you should be laughing anyway, mate. You got yourself a hottie little Colombian, so you shouldn't be lacking in being able to see good boobs all the time.
No. I mean, I got that on a daily basis. No, it was more so when I was single. I mean, I wasn't going all the time, but occasionally, me and a few of the guys would get together and we'd go out to the old nudie bar.
Vegas, you'd think there'd be something on, Gunner. It's turned out at 4 a.m. Graham. Yeah. Or Graham would end up a mugshot from the Vegas police station. I reckon Gunner heads to Vegas, mate. He'll end up on America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, so we pushed our Colombian trip. We were going to go in March because my daughter has a week off, and then we were going to take off another week. So we're just going to go for like 2.5 weeks, and we decided against that. So I'm going to go for a month in May and June, half of May, half of June. So I think I'm going to go to Vegas in March while she has her spring break weekend or week. Go there for the weekend, maybe.
Spring break, that's for the daughter.
Yeah, because now that the kids started school, we gotta work around school schedules, which kind of sucks, but that's part of life.
Yeah, you're getting used to that, I'll tell you. And for me, it was my job because when I was a driving instructor, most of my work was on weekends, so it was hard to plan anything or do anything because you're always working on the weekends.
Yeah. Well, see, I would be okay with that as long as I knew I had a couple of days off during the week. And actually, well, as far as Vegas is concerned, man, Vegas is actually cheaper to go during the week.
Yeah, but I could get the days off during the week, but to do things with the family would make it hard, like to go away.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if it was school season.
And school holidays is when a lot of these kids they want to do as many lessons as they can. So all the times when the family was free, that's when I was sort of the busiest. I wonder who would be on a list called America. Well, I reckon the chair would be on the America's Least Wanted. I don't think they'd want him back. Probably had a few names to that, Graham, but I think the chair, you'd have to definitely be on the America's Least Wanted. Kind of
America's Least Wanted?
Yeah. I just got no time for that guy. I don't know why guys that say he's entertaining to listen to him carry on, but to me, it just annoys the shit out of me, Lost.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that guy for well over a year. The only time I've heard anything is I think when DNC does his little clips. That's all I know from the chair. But the guy was a clown back then. He's a clown now, and it seems like he's just thriving off all this drama. And it's like he's the only way he's surviving on YouTube. I have a feeling like if he got completely ignored by everybody, he probably wouldn't last very long.
Yeah, well. What gets me is all this bullshit with him and Dave. I mean, at the end of the day, he can't hold a candle to Dave in an argument, so I'm not sure why he even bothers because he comes out looking pretty stupid all the time,
Oh, he constantly looks like a jackass. He's been making himself. When I was watching him around the tree days, when he did the, the Philippines, but he's in his backyard. You know, he was doing all that dumb shit.
Yeah, Graham, it is boring. I just don't even give him the views anymore. Yeah, Gunner, that's what I reckon too. You know, I reckon it's better if people just ignored him. But I guess some people like to push buttons, and you know, I mean, he doesn't really have subs; he has trolls. I'm not sure anyone really takes it serious.
He seems like he's filled the hobo slot. You know, now that the hobo's out of the Philippines, he's like kind of filled his position.
Yeah, maybe. I just thought at the time he was using the drama to try and to grab subs, thinking that everyone would come over and sub to him for the drama value. But you know, the drama thing.
But you're only going to get so far with that.
Exactly. So, and I can't understand why he started picking on poor Kevin. You know, like Kevin doesn't hurt anybody. You know, Kevin just does his own thing.
Yeah, I heard he. I remember like a month or two ago, however long it's been, he had kind of attacked Kevin because Kevin said something on his show, and I'm not surprised. I mean, that he's lost his mind.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know. Maybe he should be looking at what Kevin does, because Kevin seems to have a pretty good following. He's doing well in the super chats. Maybe what it is this chair is just got a little bit of envy or jealousy, I think, going with him.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. Oh, what the hell is that?
So what are you driving around at the moment?
Like, what am I driving in? Like, what kind of vehicle do I have?
No, I said, are you driving around?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this job I got is I live on the north part of Austin, and I'm actually going 30 miles away, but I got to go through downtown Austin, and the traffic here is atrocious. It took me almost 2 hours to get down here this morning, and you know, driving. When I saw you get on, I just started driving home, and I got where am I at here? I got another like 15 miles to go, maybe.
Shit.
So I'll be home about 20 minutes or so, I guess.
Yeah, that's the good thing about Adelaide still, is the traffic's not so bad here. I guess that's what...
It's gotten terrible here. You know, it's a growing city. The economy's good, and people are moving here by the hundreds and thousands, and the infrastructure is not capable of sustaining the influx of people.
Well, what's the population there?
I think like the whole surrounding Austin like metro area is like about 2.5 million.
Oh shit!
That's including, you know, a few of the little smaller towns, you know, within. If you were probably just to say Austin itself, maybe a million within Austin. But in the whole surrounding area, and the problem is there's like basically from north to south, there's only like one interstate road. There's no to support the amount of traffic that it has here now.
Shoot. We only have half of that population for the whole state of South Australia.
Yeah, we got states that got a higher population than your whole country.
Yeah. I think population at the moment in Australia is about 23, 24 million.
Yeah, and Los Angeles, you know, the whole greater like Los Angeles area, like including like Riverside and stuff like that. I mean, it covers a pretty big area, but that's like got 25 million people within, you know, like a 50-mile radius or something.
Yeah. Well,
that's
I always
crazy.
remember about Texans always talk about everything's big in Texas, and they had a Texan cattle rancher over here, and they had him taken around the cattle ranches here, the cattle stations, and talking about the size of the cattle stations. And this guy from Texas was saying how everything's big in Texas, and the Australian cattle rancher sort of shut him up when he said that his cattle station was bigger than the state of Texas. Because there's so much, out in the territory, mate. They got huge cattle stations out there.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I like Texas. I like the Texas people. Texas, Oklahoma, Arizona. They all seem very Australian, like a bit more laid back than East and West Coast.
Yeah, it kind of depends on where you are in Texas. I find kind of the Dallas area, the people to be a little more, bigger egos. They're kind of a little more big city, kind of standoffish for the most part.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Compared to some of the other Texas cities.
Well, see, I haven't really been to the East Coast, so I shouldn't comment on them, but definitely on the West Coast, like LA, you can't even say hello to anyone without them jumping back 3 feet, expect you to hit them or something, or rob them. But much friendlier, I found, in Texas and Oklahoma anyway.
Yeah, we got different areas in the country that are definitely people more friendly than other places. Like, whatever it is, wherever you go for the most part, it seems like the more dense the population, the more rude the people. So.
Yeah.
Like New York, a lot of up in the northeast part of the country. I would say almost from like D.C. north, the people are not quite as friendly than the southern part. But then you got California, like San Diego, L.A. area, and then San Francisco and all. Those. Almost the coast, but not the entire coast, but those larger cities are a little more standoff, especially the whole LA area. Forget about them. People are fucking in their own different world. They're weird there, because it's out of the norm. But there's some other places in California. There's some good down the home folk, and way up in the north, not so much. Well. Outside of kind of the Seattle area of Washington, I did a lot of work in like Spokane, the Free City areas, Kennewick, and can't remember the name of the three cities there. But, some really good people up there. Montana, man, the people were super friendly up there. That was a place, way up north, right next to Canada there, borders Canada. But, man, the people are real friendly, kind of like that in the South for the most part.
Yeah, I've met someone from Montana who's like that. Jedi, how you doing, mate? Yeah.
May the force be with you.
He just says LA traffic's the worst.
Oh man, it can be. Because I lived out there for a while, and it's weird because like some days I'm talking like 8-10 lane highways, right? Bumper to bumper, but everybody's cruising 70 miles an hour. It's crazy. But then, sometimes you'll be on that same road and you're moving 5 miles an hour, bumper to bumper.
Yeah.
But you figure out where a lot of areas, like if you're heading like north of LA, going up into the, like around Simi Valley and bottlenecks real bad going up there, toward like the Malibu type area, but kind of in between there and like Riverside and San Diego, a lot of the traffic can move fairly decent. One wreck, forget about it. The whole, it stops everything. But going out to Riverside from like the Los Angeles area, man, that could be a nightmare too. Jesus. And a lot of people live out there because it's a lot cheaper. Man, they'll drive an hour and a half, 2 hours every day to go to work. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand that one. But then, again, when you look at the size of your cities, and I mean, the more a place gets built up, the more expensive it is to live closer to the city. So I can understand that to a certain degree. What's it? 405 freeway, the biggest parking lot in the US. I mean, I'd love to see more of California for sure. Definitely.
Man, the central coast of California is beautiful, from like Malibu up to like Monterey. Man, it's gorgeous, and it's not like overpopulated with people, so you can, kind of get around. There's a place just for me, a few places which is outstanding for me in California was Pismo Beach, California. And actually, that Bob Cooper, he lives up there in that San Luis Obispo area. Man, it's beautiful there. Santa Maria, which is pretty close to Malibu. Man, it's a nice area, nice wine area too. Man, there's some good wines around that area. And then up more in Northern California, like kind of north of San Francisco, Sacramento, that kind of stuff. Man, you got like Chico, California, near the Sierra Nevada mountains and stuff like that. What is it, like Redding? That's way up north there. Man, that's just a beautiful part of the world.
Jedi just said, once you get out to Thousand Oaks and Howard Woods, it's nice. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but getting up there, going up towards like Thousand Oaks and Ventura, that whole area. When you're going from LA to there, man, it bottleneck. Like the was it the 5 and the 101, 105? I forget. It's been a while since I've been out there. All of it like comes together into almost one interstate. Man, it's a nightmare heading that way during traffic hours. Remember, you been up to that Six Flags a few times up there. Man, a couple times driving up there was a nightmare. I stayed in Huntington Beach for a while. I worked for a company out of Garden Grove, California.
Yeah, I wish I got to see more of it, that's for sure. But maybe one day I'll head out there. Jedi's asking, have you been to Santa Clarita, is it? Or?
Santa Clarita? Like south going towards, same one I'm thinking of, kind of in between San Diego and LA. If anybody responds, let me know. It sounds familiar. I can't quite place it though. But just to say, I had a job there, and I was doing a remodel in I'll just say it, Ross Dress for Less stores. I worked on all the Ross Dress for Less stores in the whole greater Los Angeles area. So I worked throughout the whole entire. If there was a Ross store there, I worked on it for the most part. So I traveled all around that whole area. So more than likely, I've been there. It sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, he says it's up near Kern County.
Near what?
Kern County.
I don't know.
Valencia area.
Yeah, okay, Valencia. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Sydney. Graham, you hear that all the time about Sydney. Melbourne's not much better, really.
What's the population of Sydney?
Oh, not offhand, but probably, I don't know, 5-6 million, I guess.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure.
A quarter of y'all's population.
Well, it may not even be that high, but most of the population would be on the east coast. So the biggest cities are Sydney, Melbourne, then Brisbane, and then probably Perth. It's a pretty small population in the Northern Territory, only about 1 million people here. Yeah, Sydney is around 6 million. A quarter of the population is in Sydney. And that's what I thought it was, Graham, around that. I I'm not sure about Melbourne, probably 4 or 5 million, I guess. But the East Coast is the most populated, obviously. Western Australia, like Perth and Fremantle, they're growing. The mining industry helped Western Australia out a lot. So the last 20 years, they've gone crazy. Los Angeles is 4 million and growing. Yeah, I imagine it would be Jedi.
The city of LA only has 4 million. I thought it was actually a bit more than that. What's crazy is the whole surrounding cities around there and the whole area, including out there towards Riverside and stuff, like 25 million people within that whole area. It's crazy.
Here, Graham just put some information. Estimated population of over 5 million people. The metropolitan area has about 650 suburbs that sprawl about 70 kilometres to the west, 40 kilometres to the north, and 60 kilometres to the south. It's 2019. Yeah, I reckon they'd be up. I thought 5 to 6 million people, Graham. That sounds about right. And I've always heard that the traffic is hopeless in Sydney. But I've never driven around in Sydney. I have driven around in Melbourne.
They're not that far apart from each other, are they? Melbourne and Sydney?
Well, they're both on the east coast there. It's probably closer. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Graham, is Sydney closer to Brisbane or Melbourne? I mean, they're drivable, definitely drivable. I mean, South Australia's like in the middle and in the middle of the continent there at the bottom down south, and it's probably about a 9.5 hour drive from here to Melbourne. Probably 15 hours.
From Adelaide to Melbourne?
Yeah, from Adelaide to Melbourne would be about a 9.5 hour drive.
Melbourne is more south of Sydney. Is that correct? Am I thinking of this properly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Melbourne is south of Sydney, and I reckon it's about 15 hours or so from Adelaide to Sydney. So
about a 5-6 hour trip maybe in between them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never done the drive from Melbourne to Sydney, but I've driven around in Melbourne. I've flown to Sydney and flown to Brisbane, but and I used to live just outside of Fortitude Valley in Queensland many years ago. Yeah, Graham, that's true. Australia's immigrants tend to go where the money is, and that's Sydney and Melbourne. So yeah, they're having big issues now with Sudanese immigrants at the moment, Sudanese gangs.
Oh, really? Okay.
Trying to jump people in their cars and steal their cars, or breaking into their houses at night when people are sleeping in the house. And it's getting pretty bad actually over in the East Coast.
Yeah, geez.
Actually, we drive on the right side of the road, Gunner. You guys drive on the wrong side. And driving, no, it's not so bad, Gunner, but if you're in Sydney, the traffic's just like any big city, mate. It's a pain in the ass, you know.
Well, Mark, I am officially at home. Like all the lights are off. Hopefully my kid is already in bed. Won't have to fight with that tonight.
Well, a bit early probably to be in bed. What time is it?
It is 8 something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, getting close to 9. Yeah, she's supposed to. Her bedtime's at 8:30, and we're supposed to be, but we don't ever tend to be very strict with that. Usually it's like 9:30 before she goes to bed.
But she probably uses up the excuse of, oh, I want to see Daddy before I go to bed.
Yeah, a lot of times she crashes out before that. If I work late, I don't work late like this too often. I got a big job right now. It's kind of kicking my ass. So, and then of course I'm working solo now. The guy I had worked with me last year, he moved on to bigger and better things. So I got to get me some more workers again.
Okay, Graham, yeah, Jedi, that would be good if the housing market did crash because it's out of control at the moment. Graham said Melbourne is on the bottom of the east coast, yep. Melbourne to Sydney is around an 8 to 9 hour drive. There's a freeway that goes most of the way. And is there Sydney to Brisbane is around an hour longer, so.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I can never quite judge the size of you guys' country. Yeah, because I just trying to remember, looking at the map, I would have thought it might have been maybe like a 6-hour drive or so, but.
Yeah, it's about 15 hours, Graham, from Adelaide to Sydney. Around 15 hours. Yeah, Jedi, if I ever myself sorted out in a place, mate, you guys have always been welcome to stay over here, man. But like I said, Adelaide's a quiet city compared to the East Coast, but gladly put any of you guys up. I'd love to see the housing market.
Yeah, well, I'm out of here. I'll talk to everybody later.
All right, mate. You have a good one.
Right.
Take care. Take care, mate. Well, at least I know we've got this bloody thing working again. See how things go. Yeah, Graham, Perth that's the long run. I'm in South Australia, Jedi, so if you're looking at the continent of Australia, which is sort of cut it in half, I'm at the bottom, in the middle there, down south, and I'm in Adelaide. And South Australia is a fairly small state compared to the rest of them. I mean, it's large in size, but small population. It's probably just over, I don't know, 1.1, 1.2 million people maybe in all of South Australia. And traffic in Adelaide it's not that bad. Peak hour, people complaining, but it's still nothing compared to what the guys on the East Coast put up with. We only got one Adelaide International, mate. It's the only. I mean, we've got stuff for light planes and that, but like at Parafield, but Adelaide Airport is the big main one. That's where all planes will come into there. All the passenger ship comes in there. How far is that from here? It's probably maybe 40 minutes, maybe. Okay, yeah, Graham, my house, yeah, Adelaide, Jedi. My house that I'd owned, that was near the Adelaide foothills, a place called Valley View. I'm now about 10, 15 minutes just east of the city. But, I mean, if you look at the map, I'll just give you a rough suburb, but I don't need anyone bloody going after my ex or my son, but if you look on a map of Adelaide and look at the Adelaide foothills there, around Tea Tree Plaza area, it's around that area. So just in the Adelaide foothills. No, the ex got that Jedi. Uh, that really sucked. When I say she got it, she had to buy me out. Which is bullshit because when we first put up, she said she didn't want the fucking thing, and I tried to. I said, "Well, I'll buy it." And as soon as I said I'll buy it, she changed her mind and suddenly wanted it. I'm surprised to learn that the coastal suburbs were where the government housing is. Well, I'm not sure where you heard that, Graham. I mean, um, maybe down south, and getting down to Morford Vale, Christie's Beach, and places like that. Yeah, you get a bit of government housing probably down that way. But other than that, you get a lot of it's more down north, in that Salisbury, Elizabeth area. Government housing is disappearing here at a real fast rate. Well, I've thought about it myself, buying back in the day, buying down by the coast. But people don't realise how much maintenance you've got to do on your house when you're living down by the beach and your house is constantly being bloody sandblasted. You get good wind, and with that sand in the air, it just destroys houses pretty quickly down there if we're ever doing maintenance on them. We picked the Adelaide foothills because it's a little bit cooler and it's a nice area, green, trees everywhere. I haven't been to Perth, so I've got no idea what Perth is like, or I've never been to Western Australia actually. For the three places I haven't been is Western Australia, Northern Territory, and Tasmania. Um, I don't know about Thai. Tell you what, it's driving me crazy trying to set this bloody new laptop up though. Probably maybe because I'm just relaxed, Jedi, laying back here. I've just got an email telling me to wake up. Shit. Well, you're not the only one then, Jedi, that thinks I'm tired. Maybe because I think the heat slows you up a little bit too. Although got the air conditioner at the moment, so a little stoned. Oh shit. Actually, I have. I've had a couple of puffs just recently after years of not having any. That was different, but usually puts me to sleep pretty quickly. Maybe I need to do some more live streams like I did before when I was drinking. But people complained about that too, so giving too many people a hard time. Definitely want to get down to the beach, but guess you could go down there by yourself. It's all right when I can catch up with mates who are working down that way, and we'll go meet up at a pub or something, have a counter meal for lunch, and well, they've got to watch the day off. That's the pain. Having all the time to yourself, but your mates are still working, so you can catch up. Yeah, I haven't spoken to him for a couple of weeks, Jedi. I sent him an email a week ago. I probably sent it to the wrong email. But I'd love to see him back online again. But I guess he's just taking that time out, and there's more to life than YouTube. I guess he's got his wife and his daughter and his house and all that shit over there to deal with. And I don't know, he's made a couple of new friends when Fives was over there, so he'll be back around, mate. But you won't keep that crazy Cajun down for long. But I should get off my ass and mail him and see what is happening. We'll come back to Graham's question near the coast. Yeah, I'm about 10-15 minutes out of Adelaide on the east side, so I'm probably not all that far from Adelaide Hills as well from here. But this is an older area of Adelaide. It's just sort of kind of the money side of town. But older homes and the ones Graham, high ceilings, like God, what would they be? 15-foot bloody ceilings or more, something silly like that. They get, when they heat up, they get real hot and take a while to cool down, and then in the wintertime they freeze and cold. Yeah, I miss all that, Jedi. I think that was the good old days where we would tear into each other and didn't have to worry about attacking other people. We were just too busy giving each other shit, and I think people enjoyed that more. I miss it myself. Damn crazy Cajun. Have to give him shit about making himself so scarce. But unfortunately, the shit that happens on YouTube, man. I mean, some people just got no morals or principles at all. When you start emailing people threats and threatening their families like he got, that's just pathetic. I've got no time for that shit. You're not a real man if you're threatening someone's child. And I'm sorry, but you're an oxygen thief. You don't deserve. Yeah, the wig was a crack up, mate. The wig and the bra. He's a funny bastard. It's just a shame that all that shit came to a head. Hopefully one day he'll be back. I think the funniest ones, though, Jedi, was when we used to make fun of how we both talked, give each other shit about being able to speak English. That was always a good laugh. The old argument with Z and Z. But he won't learn, man. He even had an Englishman come on there and tell him how it's pronounced, and he wouldn't even accept it from an Englishman. And I mean, they invented the bloody language. What the hell is that boy? Saints Gunner. Now you're starting to sound like Ed Gunner. Well, where is Ed, I wonder? He hasn't popped in. I seen him maybe a couple of days ago, just speaking in the chat. Hope he's doing well. I think he said the other day he's feeling his age, so I hope he's okay. Tomato. I know some people say tomato, but it's tomato. Jedi, you're a Scotsman, so you should be fairly close to our pronunciation anyway. You still roll your R's, mate? He's a damn Yank. Well, nothing wrong with Yankees, mate. I mean, you're pretty lucky. I've been watching some more shit on the Civil War, man, and man, it would America wouldn't be the place it was today. Aluminium, aluminium, mate. I mean, for Americans, a lot of Americans, it's aluminum, but Ed was an aluminium man as well, so. Nah, bullshit, Jedi. It's the Scots who roll their R's, not the Irish. The Scots. I had a Scottish aunt. My uncle married to a Scottish lady, but she passed away at a pretty young age from cancer. But yeah, mate, it is the Scots who roll their R's. You're having a lend to me there, Jedi. Rolling up their skirts. I'm going to check that out, Jedi, because I'm pretty sure it's the Scots that roll their R's. Maybe you don't notice it. Scots roll their joints. Oh, that's not a bad thing. No, Gunner, nothing wrong with that. Tell you what, man, the Scots have set out some tough buggers over there, especially those that come from around that Glasgow and the shipbuilding areas. There's some hardcore fellas come from that area. Oh, I mean, look at the Highlanders, mate. Yeah, the Roman Empire had to build a wall. Emperor Hadrian had to build a wall across there just to keep them out. They couldn't deal with them. Yeah, glaucoma, it's good for that. It's global, we all love a little. Oh, shit. Unreal, guys. Actually, Gunnar, I've got some that was given to me sitting right in front of me. But if I have a puff, I'll probably sit here and won't talk to you. Nah, no, definitely. Yeah, you wouldn't do it over there. Same with Thailand, Jedi, and the Southeast Asian countries. Yeah, and those guys who get caught with it over there, I mean, they should know better. And I'd be scared to even accept it from anyone over there. If they offered me a smoke. Don't worry, Gunnar. It seems to be spreading. Um, my only worry is, guys, is that the states are making it legal, but the federal government doesn't seem to be making a move on it. So technically, the federal government could still nab you. They could get you on charges for it. So I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, I haven't heard any issues with it recently. So it's legal in a few states there now. Yeah, that's a smart move, Jedi. Yeah. How you doing, Linda? It's finally, yeah. We can thank Gunnar, Linda, because he helped me get through a lot of it. I'm still not sure. I've got more to check out. Put a few things on here, and then I'll get it sorted eventually, I guess. Yeah, doing okay. Just jumping on to have a talk with all the lads, and we got you in here, and the lovely Crystal's around somewhere. But she's a stalker, Linda. She just hangs in the background and just says hello to people as they pop in, and then doesn't say nothing. And then I have Jean, who trolls me and will jump into the chat and tell me to get off. It's crazy. Hey Brian, how you doing, mate? Roger Miller, how you doing? Oh, really, Roger? Wow, that'll be different going back to the US and seeing pot stores around. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm okay, Brian. Same shit, different day. Finally got off my ass and set up the new laptop, so we won't be cutting out from overheating problems anyway. So that's a good thing. Yeah, yeah. Well, I might have to get over to California just for scientific purposes only, Jedi. And I know, Crystal's in Cali, so maybe if I jump over there for scientific purposes only, take me around to the different pot stores and try the shit out. And then I can do a YouTube review. But I'm just glad that honestly people are seeing it for what it is now, and it's not the the devil that they thought it was. I mean, hell, I'd rather see people smoke pot than drink. Oh, you never know, Linda, maybe you only need to go to one store. Yeah, but for scientific purposes, Brian, I need to go to the different stores just in case they got different varieties. Just never know. Just wondering whether they go to order their seeds out of British Columbia there. Got my delivery of. Oh, there you go. That's a job for you, Roger. Well, you're living up in the mountains now, Roger, aren't you? You'd be sorted up and sorted out and be living up there now. Oh, I didn't know that, Jedi. I thought it was just legal now. Yeah, go. How rude of you, Linda. You haven't introduced Brian to everybody. Geez, Brian, that's a bit rough. One pot store, go to 5 McDonald's. Oh, shit. That's funny. Yeah, you probably would stop at every McDonald's you see, I guess. Like, in America, man, there's so many different places to eat. It's unbelievable. There you go. That's the way to do it, Linda. Get everyone at the same time. Go some to Brian's channel, guys. He's a finger picking guitar player. So if you like your music and you like hearing guitars, go check him out. Sub to him. He's still going back and forth to the province. Okay, Roger. Fair enough. You sounded pretty happy though with the way things were going anyway with the new girl and the family. It sounds like you're eating more than burgers now, mate. It sounds like you got a lot of fruit on the diet, so that's a bonus. Does your girl come down to town with you, or does she stay up in the province, mate? How's that working now? She come back and forward with you? What happened? Everyone crawl under a rock or something? They all disappeared. Quiet. Best experience ever was when I went to Amsterdam. It was only in my 20s, and everyone said go to the coffee shops. Girl sticks on you 24/7. Well, that's cool, Roger. That's not a bad thing, then. How silly is that shit here? Actually, a lot of places need to look at what Amsterdam have done and places like Portugal, because they're really cleaning up their problems by making things illegal, making things legal. It's kind of strange. Prohibition's never worked, so I don't know why. Some countries just stick with this idea of banning everything, because it just creates an underground and a criminal element to it. But, hey, what would I know? Politicians obviously know what they're doing, don't they? When my boss went to, just come back years ago, I was still a lad, but boss went over there with his wife for a holiday. He was telling me about all the girls in the windows there. You walk down certain streets and sort of like in a candy store, just pick the girl you want from the window. I wouldn't mind going over there one day, but it's not on the list at the moment of places to go. Hi, Brian, rock and roll. Well, it's good to hear everything's going well for you, Roger. So, good on you. You seem to have things sorted out, and be interested to see how you go living in the province so far from the city now, whether it's going to make things harder for you. I'm sure from the sounds of it, it's not going to bother you too much. Yeah, yeah. I've heard all that, Jedi. Just walk down one of the roads there, and they have the big windows there, and the girls are standing in the windows or sitting in chairs in the windows or something like that. It'd be an experience to go over and see it all, that's for sure. Still don't understand why it's illegal in some countries. To me, it's one of those things that just doesn't make sense. It's better to legalise it and have some sort of control over it. So I don't understand how governments work. Most of the time, they're only doing shit to look good. They don't actually do any good. They just want to look good. The numbers popping up and down. I guess usually when having shows earlier in the morning tend to get a few more people on, but I think that's because it suits the US time. It's probably getting a bit later in the US at the moment. The same as Thailand and the Philippines, so they're probably just a couple of hours, 2.5 hours behind us or something like that. But I'm glad because finally got things working again. Thanks again, Gunnar. I'm still going to have to check out a lot of stuff. I'm not sure exactly why the mic sounds different, so I guess eventually I'll hopefully get things sorted out. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Hey, Lefty. I grew up with cows across the road. It's been a good part of my life in Alaskan bush country, so province here is sweet. Still inside the Darwin season, it's actually in only 45 minutes to town. Well, that's not too bad. Hey, David. When my youngest son turned 18, I thought I'd give him an education. I said I'll take him to Santa Fe Coal. He said, don't bother, Dad, I've already been. Hey, Crystal, you back again? You stalker? It's still reasonably early in the US anyway. Well, I call you a stalker, Crystal, because you don't really say a lot, but you're sort of always in the background there, popping up, saying hello to people. We didn't know better. We'd think that you're a Russian spy just listening in. Not that you're going to get any good info from us. Not sure what you didn't hear or miss there, Lefty. Who's the Russian spy? Maybe Crystal, because she just sits in the background listening to everything. She said she comes on now and again and just says hello to people, but you don't usually get too much out of her, unless it's to say something like, oh shit. Well, anyway, up that way you think Lefty might know. Well, it sounds like Roger's a country boy. Grew up in the sticks, as we would say here. Never met any Russians on here. No, I was just teasing Crystal Jedi. South of the border. You talk about the guy, Lefty, who does, there's a guy who goes to Thailand with a name like that and does vlogs from Thailand. Usually does the bar girls in my room kind of vlogs. watched him for a while, mate. I don't think I'm even sub to him anymore. Tend to watch more of the guys who are living out in suburbs and that. Yeah. There's one guy. Yeah, you do see one guy, Jedi, that guy that left. He does Thailand vlogs. Well, they know how to drink, Lefty. I'm not sure about the partying, but they know how to drink. I had a Russian friend living over there that I used to chat to online, and I asked him about all the drinking and that, and it's because where he's from, it's just so cold, man. They drink to keep warm. Drinking is a big problem in Russia, that's for sure. Yeah, possibly. I've got it up. I haven't messed with a lot of the sound stuff, David. So people said it sounded like I was in a room or something. So definitely, there's got to be different sound to it. Obviously, different sound card. The guys earlier were saying it was loud and clear. So I don't know. I'm going to have to check out some things. I really don't know what I'm doing, mate. It was only thankfully that Gunner, I was emailing Gunner back and forth, and he was helping me. I'd ended up setting my region as USA. I had to go back in and change that. And, yeah. I don't have to worry about it overheating. That's a bonus. And bigger screen, much clearer. Obviously, with the graphics card in there, can run it at a higher frame rate. So, I'm say I'm happy, but I'm just happy that it doesn't overheat. Yeah, they said that earlier, Lefty. I'm not so sure how to actually change anything. I've got to go to the Google Hangout settings, and there's not too much there to change. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe once I shut it down and restart, and maybe do some updates or something. Bit compressed. Oh, I just don't know. Ah, okay. Is it that bad, Jedi? Ah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it, but we won't be doing it now. It took me long enough to get it up and going and being able to stream again. Okay. Yeah, computer volume control. I've got that up at 100%. Yeah, maybe because it's just all on default settings. There you go. See, look. See, Crystal's in the background listening. Pops in to say hello to DR, and then you won't hear from her again. Told you she's a stalker. Careful what you say, people. She'll be listening. She's probably taking sound bites and going to use it against us all. Yeah, see, there again. Hi, Lefty. Wow. Could be worse, Crystal. You could be coming on here and telling me to get off, which seems to be Jean's number at the moment. How do I know what, Lefty? Not sure what you were referring to, Lefty. No, I can't see who's lurking, no. I was teasing Crystal, Lefty. I was just giving her a hard time. But she gives me a hard time too, so don't worry. What have we got here? It's over 2 hours ago. Started watching this thing called Legend and Lies, and I watched season 3 was on the Civil War, so ended up watching that. That was pretty cool. It's always good to remind yourself. I used to watch anything or read anything I could on the Civil War, so just it's good to go over it again. I think I went on all the guys like Billy the Kid, Jesse James as well. They do all them Old West little biographies on him. It's kind of funny that historical figures that are criminal get so much attention. It's the same over here with what we call bushrangers and Ned Kelly. It seems to be a bit of a folk hero these days. Yeah, Jedi, thanks for popping in, mate. You take care. I won't be around too long. It's 2 p.m. here now. I'll probably jump off and I'm not sure what I'll do. Maybe wait for a mate to get home from work and see if they want to pop down to the beach or something. See what happens. Or I might just crash. It's got up pretty early. See, Crystal, you don't say anything else. You say hello, goodbye. Nothing in between. You're an enigma, Crystal. Unique, but an enigma. I wonder what you're doing in the background there. Where's Dick Insider? He's probably working on a new video. Junior's missing. Gunner probably fell asleep. I guess that's what Harvey is saying. Yeah, Crystal, you come in, you say hello to people, you say goodbye to people, but in between you don't say much, except for like what or wow. You're not as talkative lately. Yeah, that's a good idea, Roger. It's a bit like here at the moment. We heading up to 40 degrees later in the week, so it's pretty warm here at the moment. Probably mid to high 30s here at the moment, but it's getting hotter and hotter. It's not unusual. What went on there? That was weird. Very strange. It was really, really strange. No, you get on your own bed. Go. It's crazy. I don't know what happened then. I'm good, Crystal. Just not so happy with this dog who's giving me. It's annoying the shit out of me. Just hang on. Oh shit, I muted myself and I forgot that I muted myself. I was just saying, I guess, Ray, I'm thinking Crystal might be born and bred in Cali. Just for carrying on the monologue, Roger, probably not very long. I tend to react to what's being said in the chat. You never need to be a lurker to take a soundbite. If you want soundbites, you come in chat and try to dictate the discussion to create them. Yeah, I'm sure that gets done a bit, David. Not my thing, though. I'm honestly not that way inclined or that petty to worry about taking soundbites. And at the end of the day, who gives a shit what people say? Most of the time, they got it wrong anyway. Change. Well, I have to work out all this shit and see if I can't work on the sound, but we'll see how that goes. I've had a look in the settings and I can't see much. The only difference really is the different laptop and the fact that because it's a new laptop, I'm only using a single plug, and whereas before I used to use a splitter. I needed two plugs, one for the mic, one for the speakers. Oh, it's just David was just mentioning about you don't need to be a lurker to take a soundbite. When you asked before about who was lurking and taking soundbites, which was just joking with Crystal. See, and she disappeared again. She never answered Ray Hammond's question, so we're keeping an eye on you, Crystal. Yeah, look, after I've heard you sing, you haven't got a bad voice, but listening to people's live streams and listening to them sing isn't my cup of tea. And I got scared off when I heard BK sing. I nearly cried when I heard him try to sing Purple Haze. Kind of destroyed the song forever. Some people just shouldn't be trying to sing. I'm not having a go, just honest opinion there. But yeah, I'm not much into the singing. Hobby, you glad you got back into it? Yeah. BK. BK was singing Purple Haze on a live stream. Yeah, it was sad. But hey, those guys, they all have a good time on there, so good for them. That's what they enjoy doing. Yeah, you're not wrong, Lefty. Again, like I said, it's not my cup of tea. I'll have a listen to a little bit, but I'm damned if I'll ever be trying to attempt to sing on YouTube. My God, probably good dog crying, and the dogs in the neighbourhood probably crying. You guys are quiet. How do I change the colours on that? The Google Hangouts page changed colour on me. Not sure why. Now, Crystal, someone was asking, are you where is it? How long have you lived in Cali? My guess is that you're born and bred California girl. But it's one for you to answer. We don't have to. You can just put in there no comment. Yeah, Lefty. I've heard him sing a couple of songs. He's not too bad, David. Yeah, look, the Drama Queen closed one, but he's still got another one there. Roger, you're best off going to maybe Heidi's channel or RC Dre or AC Cobra, and he'll be on there, and then just click on the side there and go to his channel. I know he has. I think he's got a couple. He had BK2, and he changed the name of one of them to something. I think it's partly his name, partly his girl's name, or something like that. Anyway. I was right, Crystal. I thought you were born and raised there. So there you go, 100% Cali girl. Who I'm told, on good authority, wears short shorts. But then that could be a rumour. But I wouldn't be surprised with the Cali girls with short skirts and short shorts. What about you, Ray? You're in the Valley girl, California girl. DR says California. What about you, Ray? You Kentucky from memory? Is it Kentucky? You born and bred in Kentucky? Yeah, I don't know, Roger. If you meet him, good luck to you, man. Yeah, I think a lot of people seem to avoid wanting to meet people going across there, but to me, if you get to meet them, even better. I don't mind meeting guys that I've met on the internet. That's what I did when I went to the US. It was fantastic. Who knows? Um, I may end up in the US again. I'd love to go back. At least I know the food is good there. Don't eat that Tex-Mex, or their burgers, or their diners. So one thing I could never complain about the US, I loved all the food. From the I think it's at Mayberry's and the Sonics, Charlie's Chicken. I became a fried food addict over there. Loved it. And you get a true Texas T-bone. Oh man, love the meat over there. much like Australia, good quality meat. But fell in love with the Tex-Mex. Really love the Tex-Mex over there. The fact that where I was, yeah, supermarkets open 24 hours. Good times. They never know, Crystal. May head over to California some stage and take you up on your offer. So just be careful. Yeah, I'd like to, Ray. Especially when I was in the Midwest. I just had a ball. People were so good to me. There were people that take me out sightseeing, others that take me out shooting. Yeah, Roger, over there too much pork. I like my beef and my lamb, but when I was in the US, it was mostly beef. I remember I went to a diner once, and the waitress found, well, then you have to talk to you for 2 seconds, and they know you're Australian. So when I ordered the apple pie, we all ordered apple pie, mate. I reckon the apple pie I got was probably twice the size of everyone else's. I actually struggled to get through it, but man, it was good. Yeah, careful what you offer, Crystal, because you never know. We might just take you up on it. Yeah, and I'd like to travel around again and go to places that I missed last time. Definitely like to see a bit more of California and jump over to the East Coast and see a couple of places as well. But America's so huge. It's hard to get everything in one go unless you don't give yourself any time in one place. And I think you need to spend a bit of time in one place to enjoy it. I didn't have too much trouble learning to drive on the opposite side of the road. That was pretty cool. If you guys that haven't been to the US, got to do it, man. Um, Especially if you know someone over there. And I mean, LA is crazy, but no, but it's hard, Roger, to get everywhere in the time that you have. Uh, Canada's a place I would love to go, and I've got a friend over there. Um, he lost his wife a few years back, and I think he just bought himself another huge boat and is cruising around at the moment with a new girlfriend. So I don't get to hear from him much, but I'm happy for him. So out of the blue one day just to see how he's doing. Let's go to Vegas. Crystal, it's probably one of those places. Yeah, you should go if you're over there. Somewhere I haven't been, that's for sure. LA to Canada, 24 hours driving time. That's a lot of driving time. I mean, it's all right if you stay, maybe do it over a 2-day period and stay in places. 3 months, 90 days. You get a 90-day visa straight off. And I went for 2 90-day visits. So it was a total of 6 months, but in 2 trips. But I think it's Australia and the US is it's pretty easy to travel between the 2 countries. Crystal, you need to come to Australia. See, at least I've been to the US twice, but I bet you've never been to the US. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, buried somewhere, I think, Crystal. Yeah, David, you hear that a lot. Um, I think we get the wrong impression of the US, though. Once I got into the Midwest, the people were, they were sensational. Couldn't do enough for you. You know, every day was, you had half a dozen people wanting to do different things with you, and in the end, you just had to organise people on different days because they all wanted to do something or take you somewhere and show you something. I loved it. I got to spend was it Thanksgiving there with the family, which was sensational. 4th of July, which was just incredible. What are you laughing at, Crystal? Those 2 particular holidays, to spend time there at those times was great. Jesus, Roger. The drive-through wedding chapel, my God. Is that the one with Elvis Presley doing the service? You can jump on him if you want now, Crystal.
Guys,
Elvis cost extra. I've seen those ones. I mean, that's crazy. He comes out with some beauties, doesn't he, Crystal? But you never know. You might get over there again one day. I'd love to do it. This is a pretty long flight. Longer getting there than it is returning. Geez, what a place to retire to, Rogers. A bit hectic. Weddings died with Elvis. I don't know, David. Still seemed to be a big thing here. They heard on the radio that day some ridiculous bullshit. They were saying the average wedding now costs about $30,000, which, that's just insane. And the sort of wedding you're getting for $30,000. I know they do the Las Vegas weddings, and you can have Elvis impersonators do the wedding and shit. That's pretty crazy. You guys gone quiet again? Will you be having enjoying the life now, David? Retired with your lady in the Philippines. Very envious, mate. Happy for you. I hope everything's going great for you. He stopped calling everyone, I think. Man, I still, was it 77? My God, it was like the world came to an end when Elvis died. Front page news, the king is dead. MJ died too. MJ? Not sure who you're referring to there, David. MJ. Oh, Michael Jackson. Yeah, they had something on TV about him, maybe on Sunday night, talking to personal security person and some maid. I didn't watch it because I was probably watching something else, but I let the guy rest in peace now, I guess. Why bring up all that shit now? I mean, it was all out before, so I guess the TV channels will do anything for ratings. I'm not sure people are going to find out anything different. Yeah. Oh, Crystal. Oh, what to do, guys? I'm getting hungry, but I won't eat till dinner time. I'm not sure what I'm going to get tonight. I don't get sick of eating out all the time. If that wayward son of mine would come around at a couple of restaurants, I wouldn't mind hitting, take him out to dinner, slap him across the head. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Ah, Gene, how you doing? Yeah, I'm fine. You here to tell me to get off YouTube again, or? Yeah, always got lots of lurkers, David. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. You know, I've just got to get a little bit harder on some of these guys who just say bend the rules a little bit, David. I've got to stop being what to say, too gentle on them. You know. We need to jump on some of these guys a little bit more. How long have you been lurking there, Gene? Are you going to tell me to jump off of YouTube again or give me a hard time? Jazzy. How you doing, Steve? You can see who's lurking. Oh, you're doing one over on top of me because I can't see who's lurking. Let's come up here. Display settings. Resolution. Okay. Get rid of that. Colors, let's have a look here. Sorry guys, I'm just checking out the back. I'm not sure. Hey. Get rid of that. Bye, Gene. Yeah, right, Gene. I'm still trying to work out what's going on. Yeah, I guess you hear dude used here, but not often, David. Yeah, it's more mates, wankers. Just no idea what you're saying there, Gene. Jesus, David. Just a painting it with a broad brush. Shit. No, I'm not going to be installing that. No, did you just get auto censored? I don't know, Steve. What are you on about, Gene? Seriously. Using the word dude just does not suit you. What have you been smoking? Smoking or drinking, Gene? Yeah. I don't have any of that shit turned on, Steve, so I don't know why it would have censored you. No idea. No worries, Roger. Good luck, mate. I don't know how they can eat so much rice, so the term of endearment. Plastic. Oh, God. And that opened a hornet's nest. When that first got said, Jesus. Yeah, that's weird. Don't know what would have done that, David. Steve, sorry. I mean, I don't have anything on that would. No idea why that works like that. You should be able to. Try it, David. Someone else try it, see if you can put prick in there. You should. I've got nothing activated to stop language or anything. I'm not sure why he was auto-censored. Kind of crazy. Well, I'll before I start my next stream, I'll have a look, but I didn't turn any filters on. CG. Duty, Kaka, Cuckoo. There you go. See, no filters are on, David, because he got away with typing it then. So I'm not sure why it would have censored him before. It's kind of weird. It might be a bug in YouTube itself. Good on you, Gene. Carrying on again. Censored it in a sentence. That's weird. Yeah, there's still lots of bugs, and I'm gather when they update stuff, they can even create more bugs, David. No, it didn't. So like I said, I've got no filters on for it. No need for sound bites. Handy can of air. Making screenshots of filing reports. No worries, Steve. It must be lunchtime moment where you are, David. Been eating at home, or are you getting out and about and during the day? I mean, you know your way around it pretty well. Yeah, Sid Chrome, yeah, Can and Amanda, Granda Spanner. Now, earlier, David, Jedi was trying to tell me it's the Irish who roll their R's and not the Scots. But, David, it is the Scots who roll their R's, isn't it? The Scottish will roll their R's. Jedi was trying to tell me it's the Irish who do that, but from my memory, it's always the Scot. Listening to a Scotsman who was here and roll their R's. No, on the bed. On the bed. Oh, man, this dog. I swear. Pain in my side, I tell you. Yeah. I always knew it was the Scots that rolled their R's. He's trying to tell me it's the Irish that do that, but it's confusing when a Scottish person's telling you it's the Irish that roll their R's. And well, guys, we're 2:52 p.m. We've hit the 3-hour mark. Jedi, yeah, Jedi is a Scotsman living in the US. He's Scottish, but he lives in the US. Lives in California. Oh yeah, Scottish. They've got a thick accent. Very thick accent, Steve. But there's a distinct difference between Irish and Scottish, and I swear, man, it's the Scottish who roll their R's, not the Irish. So, I think Jedi was, I don't know what's going on with Jedi. He was trying to tell me that the Irish do it, and I've never heard an Irishman roll their R's from memory. Well, guys, I might call it a day for now. See what's going on in the real world. Not sure why. I've got to work out some of the shit on this computer. But right now I'm just too slack. No, you're part Scottish, okay. Irish on my mother's side. I guess it's not hard to find someone in Australia who's not part English, Scottish or Irish, that's for sure. No worries, David. You have a great day, mate. Say hello to Madeline, and hope everything's good for you and the daughter, mate, the new family, and take care. Steve, Ray, Gunnar, Roger Miller, all you guys, thanks for joining. Crystal, you'll take care, guys. Have a good day. Yep, DR, thanks for popping in, mate. Maybe I'll do one later on this evening. And no worries, it's good to hear, David. Might do one later on. We'll see what happens. But you all take care. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us. And talk to you all soon. Thank you.